Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, coming from yesterday, Katie feels entitled to interrogate Daphne. Now, she says she does it under the jest of, Carter's my friend, and I want to make sure you're not playing him, you're not manipulating him, or anything like that. Because, she found out through eavesdropping that the reason why Daphne was there was to, sabotage Hope and Carter. And Daphne, at this point, she's like, yeah, I did it. And I'm not going to apologize for helping my friend. And she talks about how she fell in love and, she sees him like, not saying she said it was a job, but she was surprised that he was a good man and that he didn't enjoy the takeover. Like, that's not something that he was like relishing in. And she says that for the first time, she's fell in love. But part of me just kind of sits there and I look at it and I'm like, here's the thing. I think this chick is pretty, but she, give it to her, she would sit there and think that she is the definition of a 10. But with that being said, why is she trying so hard? Why is she trying so hard to sit there and get this man? This is the type of woman that comes across as looking like she's never tried hard before in her entire life to get a man. And yet she is throwing herself at Carter. Now then they sit there asking questions. This part seems so unnecessary. Like then they sit there asking Carter like, hey, what's going on between you two? And of course, Carter's like, well, I'm still about hope, and I think that our relationship can work. And I'm like, you think your relationship can work? Part of me just sits there and I look at it, and I'm just like, why are you trying to be with somebody who didn't respect your feelings, who didn't care about your feelings? And I know, on some level, yes, one could sit there and look and be like, Carter blindsided her. Right? But this is the type of person that, I guess in a sense, kind of showed their ass. There's a saying, when people show you who they are, believe them. Okay? She didn't, you know what I'm saying? It's like she didn't care that his conscience was bothering her. That his conscience was bothering him. And even today, she did realize that, she said to Hope, she said to Brooke, that the way they went about this whole coup was wrong. But that's the exact same thing that Carter was saying to her. When she didn't want to listen, she didn't care what he was saying at the time. She just, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it came across like she just cared about her. And you can't do this for me anymore, so I don't need you. Plus all the other god-awful things that she was there saying. But for some odd reason, he's like, I still want to fight for her. What? Now, while that's going on, again, Hope is kind of having a different attitude. She's happy for her mother at this point. She is supporting this acidine relationship or her wanting to get back with... One second. She's supporting this acidine thing with Brooke essentially throwing herself back at Reg. But, again, her attitude did change. She's not all frosty and everything like that. So, that's a good thing. Now, could Hope and Carter work it out? Maybe. But now you got Daphne in the mix, so... I'm not Daphne's biggest fan, but the way that, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way that Hope showed her ass, essentially, I don't see why he wants to go back to that. Now, Reg is pretty much telling Eric, you need to stop. And on some level, he's not entirely, he's not entirely wrong, but he's... Alright. he's not wrong in the fact that he's like, yo, listen, butt out of it. Stop playing God my love life. Stop doing that. But let's be honest. The stuff that Erica Smith is saying, and he's like, well, I made a commitment, and she's very special to me. And one of the things that did make me laugh was when Eric was like, this back and forth has been going on for far too long. It seems as though when Rich is talking and being defensive and Smith is saying that Taylor's special to me, it's almost as though he was trying to, how do you say, believe the words that he was saying, in a sense. And it was quite obvious. It was like, bro, do you even believe what your Smith is saying at this point? Like, on some level that he's right. And then, of course, Brooke walks in, and Brooke is all like, the fans want us together, and I want us together, and so don't you want us together? And start getting all on him and everything like that. And there's a point where he does smile, but I'm like, bro, if you was really about it with Taylor, you would be like, whoa, what are you doing? Why you on me like that for? I told you who I'm with. It's almost as though there's a certain level of narcissism in him. Like, he'll sit there and take the compliments, he'll take the admiration, he'll take her coming on to him. Makes him feel good, makes him feel powerful. Because any respecting person would have just shut that down. We didn't even bother me like, what, I'm not going to sit there and listen to any more of this. I told you I don't want you, I don't want to be with you or anything like that. But instead, he's just like, I don't want to sit there and say like a succubus, but like, he is literally just like, it's like he knows he made a mistake. And maybe it's his pride that's not letting him get past it, but he knows on some level he's messed up. Now, what's kind of weird is that they didn't show any previews. So I don't know what the hell is going on Monday. Right now, it's 2 o'clock, and Beyond the Gates is still not on. And I'm gonna be honest, maybe it's because, I do soap opera content and stuff like that. But, I mean, I can wait until Monday. Like, I can wait until Monday, and I think it's just like 5 soap operas. It's a lot. It's fun, but it's a lot, right? So, it's like, going to the gym and being like, let me take off this one extra weight. It's kind of like that, in a sense. But, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section, do you think that Katie is out of pocket, and if they're questioning, interrogating, let's be honest. That's literally what she's doing. She's interrogating her. Or do you think that on some level it's like, listen, even though they're not friends, even though they're not dating, she still cares about Carter and wants what's best for him. And just looking out for a friend, as though somebody would sit there and look out for you if somebody was trying to get with you and they didn't have good intentions. Anyway, I feel like that's pretty much about it. This episode is okay. You don't have to see it, but if you're bored, like, why not? Anyway, the majority of the stuff I'll be sitting there talking about in the stream tonight. So anything that I missed in this review, come to the stream. Any questions or anything like that, come to the stream, and we'll sit there and talk about it then.